A land far away from any others is where we wanted to set up base, so we could finally live peacefully. Well, that's at least what I thought. After 3 days of not being on the server, I found this. Our base was destroyed with a sign that said drop the war. As I read this sign out in my head, it struck me. This had been a war. I needed to find them, I needed to save them, I somehow had to get out of here. But no matter how hard I tried and how hard I searched, they were nowhere to be seen. So after searching the base for a while and finding no one, I came up with the idea that it was abandoned, so I decided to leave. It had been 3 months since I left that base. For 3 months, I had to survive in this wilderness all alone. But in this time, there were some things I managed to do. I found a bunch of diamonds and upgraded my iron gear and a diamond. There were several times I went back to that base to see if anyone came back to me, but every time I went was just more disappointment. But one night when I was adventuring, I found a base. And at first I thought it was abandoned, but then I saw Mapicc in full netherite. Ah, stop!
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't believe anything you say, stay back!
You wanna have a talk? Here.
For some reason, Mapicc had given up his sword, telling me that he won't hurt me. I knew I should have ran, but this was the first time I seen a player in months, and I did not want to go. And before he could say anything, the first thing I asked him was where was Sour Patch Nation, and he said he had been in a non-stop war with them this entire time I was gone. And in confusion, I asked him why they never came back for me. And of course he didn't know he was in a part of our team, but then he said this.
I don't know, gear, place to live.
Surprisingly, Mapicc took me to his home and gave me some gear. But doing this also meant I had to meet up with the rest of Jolly Rancher Nation. And if you don't know, in the last episode, the terrain killed my dog and betrayed our team. But Mapicc had already saved me, given me stuff, and also given me a home, so that was something I was willing to risk. So I decided to join Jolly Rancher Nation as long as they provided me protection and peace. So I had protection, but what if everyone on Jolly Rancher Nation logged off? I would need to protect myself, so that was the plan. We were early on the server, so we had a couple hours till everyone got on, so we decided to get me some netherite armor. And after a solid 2-hour session, me and Mapicc came up with 16 ancient debris. And of course I put all of that on my armor. And after getting all this armor, I was satisfied, so I got off for the night. And when we got on the next day, something weird happened.
In the Discord.
This is embarrassing. It turns out Parrot had found a way to sneak his classmates into the SMP. And honestly, at first, we didn't really have a problem with it. They were actually pretty chill until this happened. While we were all mining, Unfounded tried to kill Mapicc. But this backfired on Unfounded and we managed to kill him.
Oh! Where are you guys?
We found out that the new members on the SMP were spies for Parrot just to steal hearts from everyone else. And as Jolly Rancher Nation was leaving the cave, we thought everything was all justice and done, but we were so wrong. There were killings left and right, everyone just trying to gain as much hearts as they could. One of my own team members had turned on me. Vitality, one of the most heart-thirsty players on the server. Ah yes, fireworks! I'm running! At first I started to think this could be an accident, but as I started to run, he chased me. I was very obviously outgeared against him and I had to run. And as I weaved and ran through these trees as fast as I could, he kept on chasing me until the point where I had to fight him. Back to this.
Oh, he missed the firework shot.
But he was wrong. Vitality is one of the strongest players on the server, the opposite of a bot. No matter how hard I ran, he just kept on chasing me. There was no point of getting away. At this point, I was already on death's platter. 1 heart, half a heart, and death. And after dying again, it made me realize that all anyone wants in this SMP is immortality and power. After I got killed, Mapicc felt bad since he promised me I'd be safe. So he decided to take me to a secret base he's been building for a couple of days.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm done.
He told me this could be my place to live, I would be safe here. But I knew nothing could be safe until I had set peace to this world. And stopped the nonsense violence that has kept the world rotting. And from what I've learned, you can't set peace to this world by talking. You have to fight fire with fire. The first plan of action was to get back to normal hearts, and Mapicc let me take 2 of them since he had 14. Then when I was back on my own feet, I left off to get geared up. But before I left Mapicc to go on my own adventure, I left him this note. Mapicc, thank you for taking care of me and thank you for everything, but you're part of the problem, and I can't be a part of that. But I promise you, when I see you next, there will be peace in this world. As enemies or as friends, that choice is up to you. Thank you, Mapicc. JPEGs. I was now alone, in danger. I would have to be careful around every turn, for there could be an enemy. I started this adventure by going into the nether. My goal was to have the perfect netherite armor. And with this pickaxe, it was pretty easy getting this netherite. By the way, I wanted to get enough to repair all my armor and get me enough tools, so it was gonna take a while. And after a night-long mining session, I came up with 30 ancient debris. And after the mining session, I quickly went back to base just to mount my stuff and make my things to the netherite. And boom, just after a few hours, I had the most OP things in the game. And now that I'm all prepared, it's time to initiate the last step. But before I could do so, there was a little bit of things I needed to get set up first. With the thing I was planning, I knew I would need some help. I heard, you and Rochambeau haven't been getting along so well lately.
The dude betrayed us. I'm not sure why. He still haven't given me a solid reason and just says, I'm sorry, so...
Well,
frankly, I want the guy dead.
Yeah, good. That's good. The more you want him dead, the better. I want to hire you as a hitman to kill him. With all that time alone, I had some time to think. And the cause of all this terror was Rochambeau, with the start of killing that horse. So I decided the only way to bring peace is to trap the strongest guy in the server in a prison forever. After giving Mapicc the deal without even giving anything in return, he decided to help me. And let's just say Mapicc was a good choice. Oh, it was good to hire you. And after a little bit of searching, we found the perfect area to put to prison. We decided to make it underground, so when he fell in it, there was no way of him getting up. And now that that was set up, we added the obsidian. And after setting up the room, now all we had to do was come up with a plan. Alright, this is a big plan, so listen up. Since Mapicc still had a bit of ties with Rochambeau, he was gonna go and tell him that he had created a new base. Rochambeau would then follow Mapicc, and Mapicc would lead him to the prison. Mapicc would then tell him to stand on a block, and then he would flick the lever, and he would fall in here where I would already be, and we would capture him. And now, it was time to wait. And just after a short while of convincing, Mapicc managed to do it. It's finally time to end the war on the server. And then, I joined the VC.
Pretty obvious, I'm not gonna lie. It's fine, Andre's already down there, he's just chilling.
I don't trust it.
Bro, why?
Trust it.
We're making a revolution against their army, and we're recruiting a bunch of different people. So we were gonna go down here, there's already a bunch of people down there, we're gonna have a meeting. Here, I can go first if you want.
Sure.
Here, look, we're just chilling, it's a meeting.
God, I don't trust this.
Bro, come on, it's literally fine. I got you. Yeah, so basically, you just come down here. We're chilling.
I'm sorry, bro. This is the end for you. I'm sorry, bro! This is the end!
I fucking knew it!
This is the end!
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
You were the start of the war! You were the one that killed that horse! This is your...
Why would you break it? Idiot! Oh, bro, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, but you were the start of this and you're gonna be the end of it.
There's no getting out.
Sit in that bed. Sit in that bed, bro. Bro, you're getting in that bed now.
Bro, okay, look, all can be avoided if you just sit in the bed.
Get in that boat.
Alright, bro, look. Behind you is an inner chest. If you don't trust us, you can put your armor in there. Although then again, it would also be a lot easier for us to...
Here, let's explain. Let's
Yeah,
explain.
what's happening? Explain.
You have two options here.
Okay.
One is to probably sit in this prison forever.
Okay.
And two is to help us lure Parrot into here.
And see, this is why. If you remember, day one, you got a horse, right? And you didn't know it was yours at first, but then you knew it was yours. I mean, it wasn't yours, you knew it was those spies, and you still decided to take it, right? This caused a little war, this was fine. The war wasn't that bad, but then it turned into who wants more power. And that's where we're at today, and that's endless killings.
If you help us get Parrot, and the mission goes successful,
then we will let you out of this prison, and trust me, you don't want to be in here forever. The mission was successful. We had captured Rochambeau, and now all we needed to do was for him to tell us where Parrot was. But it appears Rochambeau had other plans up his sleeve. Hey! Yo!
Please.
What? No!